Insurance rates are on the rise, and now more than ever, every penny counts. With me, John Brooks at DFS Insurance, we can look over your coverages and find the right insurance carrier to help you keep your costs down. At DFS Insurance, I'm an independent agent, which allows me to offer a variety of different carriers to fit your needs. When you're ready for your free, no obligation quote.
Welcome to Dakota PC Warehouse, where our staff aren't just friendly, we're certified nerds with a side of tech genius. Prepare to be awed as we unleash a barrage of geeky charm and unbeatable deals on PCs and HD TVs. And our tech gurus, armed with determination and a questionable assortment of snacks, can fix just about anything. We love technology and making it work for you. Dakota PC Warehouse, because being a nerd is our superpower.
When the world feels big, a small note can mean everything. Find mental health support at sdbehavioralhealth.gov.
For healthier crops and stronger yields, count on Nutrien Ag Solutions. By partnering with the leader in plant nutrition, you'll have access to innovative products and unmatched service that deliver impact and efficiency to every acre. Healthier crops, happier growers. Lead the field this season and beyond. Find your local crop consultant at nutrienagsolutions.com.
What's your big picture?
To keep the farm in the family.
To pay off the loan.
To start my own operation.
To drive Grandpa's combine. Right, Grandpa?
If owning a successful operation is in your big picture, First Bank & Trust has ag experts to help you plan for the future.
To diversify.
To teach her how to drive a combine.
Find out how First Bank & Trust makes managing your farm easier at bankeasy.com.
Life can get pretty busy out there. Daily commutes, carpooling, and then there's that weekend getaway. Cenex is here to keep your vehicle fueled up for those long drives, your pantry stocked for those snack cravings, and the propane grill ready whenever you are. Things can move fast, but with your local Cenex, you can rest assured that everything on your list will get a checkmark. All in a day's work, powered locally at Cenex.
Agriculture is like no other business, which makes Farm Credit Services of America like no other lender. Owned by the farmers and ranchers we serve, our customers have a voice in how we work, a stake in what we do, and share in our success. Discover a lender that works for you at Farm Credit Services of America.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in South Dakota. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
In times like these, it's good to know there's a place where people know who you are, no matter how long you've been gone. A place where the smells of home cooking are still in the air, where a simple wave warms your heart, and sharing stories is just a way of life. It's good to be home. Agraria Insurance Company, protecting what's important in life. Contact your local Agraria Insurance Company agent.
Best Western Ramkota Hotel in Aberdeen is the place to stay for business or the weekend family getaway. You'll feel right at home with ample parking, spacious guest rooms, and complimentary breakfast. And with a convenient location, you'll have easy access to local attractions and events in the area. While staying at the Best Western Ramkota, guests can enjoy an indoor water play land, an on-site Minerva's restaurant, exercise facility, wedding services, and a business center. For friendly service and a great stay, make your reservation today.
Farming today requires constant adjustment, innovation, and the right seed. And you'll find that with Pioneer Seed at Dakota Seed and Services in Irene and Vermillion. With the most advanced technologies and local experts, Dakota Seed and Service share in your hard work on the farm, adapting to an ever-changing industry. When you need the right seed, protection, and service, make it Dakota Seed and Services in Irene and Vermillion. There's no better organization that gives back to the student athletes than the Booster Club. The Vermillion Booster Club is committed to helping all student athletes grow. Join the Tanager faithful today by becoming a member at GoTanagers.com. While you're there, check out team apparel for your favorite sports team. Like them on Facebook to stay up to date on all the latest information.
CoreCares helps individuals stay at home by offering caregiving, nursing, and medical alert systems in over 55 communities in South Dakota. Specializing in tasks like bathing, meal prep, and medication setups, our well-trained staff delivers exceptional care. We invest in our team through customized training and comprehensive benefits. To learn more about job opportunities or services, visit our website at corecares.com. CoreCares, proudly serving our community.
Jensen Kennels is your safe place to take your dog while you're away. They have over 7,000 square feet of indoor run space and outdoor play yards. They pride themselves in providing enrichment both mentally and physically for all types of dogs. And speaking of
this park here in Vermillion, I'm Cole Larsch. Alongside me, Spencer Buley. We were in the bottom of the first inning, pitching for the Mustangs of Tri-Valley in the maroon jerseys with and white pants. First pitch in there for a called strike. Denton Bickness is the pitcher for Tri-Valley. First appearance on the mound for him this season. He's up early, 0-2. Fastball at the knees, breaking ball in there on the outside part of the plate for strike two. Nolan Nygren, the right fielder, up to bat first for the Vermillion Tanagers. 1-2, big swing and a miss. It was dropped, so they will throw down, but first strikeout of the ball game for Bickness, and so far here, Spencer Buley early. Both pitchers working efficiently and fast here at Prentice Park.
Yeah, they're being aggressive. I mean, no one's laying off at all when it comes to throwing strikes here early. I mean, they're pitching straight to contact. No one's just able to make contact here.
One out. That'll bring up the center fielder, Michael Robe. Up to the plate. First delivery to him. Buzz the Tower Maverick inside for ball number one. As you can see, the upcoming schedule there at the bottom of the screen. All kinds of games scheduled, not the rest of the season, but later on this month and in May. That the 1-0 was laced down the line foul. Down the left field line. 300 to left, 354 to the scoreboard in left center, 367 to center, 354 to right center, and 336 down the right field line. Again, wind blowing pretty much straight in. Infielders, you can tell, playing as such. That one's driven high out into left. Hemi goes back, turns, loses it, can't make the play. It's going to drop right beside him, and he will throw it in. Michael Robe gets on base early. Second batter for the Vermillion Tanagers. First hit of the ball game as well.
Yeah, I think Hemi out there, that's on the wind for him. I mean, I think that he had a good read on it, but I think as he drifted further and further back into left field and that ball got way up in the air, that ball just blew straight over to the other side of his body, and he just wasn't able to make that turnaround.
First pitch down in the dirt. This is Connor Peterson, the shortstop here tonight. Runner in scoring position there. Top left of your screen. Swing and a miss for strike number 1. Evens up the count at 1 apiece.
Peterson's antsy. Runner in scoring position, but he was early all the way on that one, even from his load.
Ball going to miss just inside. There's the count to 2-1.
Patient.
2-1, 1 out. Bottom of the first. Bickness delivers. That one's skied foul.
Bring those foul balls back.
Into the abyss. That is the street to our right. And again, Spencer, told you, don't park back there.
Thought about it.
Yeah.
Then I remembered playing baseball and how many times I fouled it off to the right side. And I said,
yeah, see, there we go. That's what we like
I know
to call,
better.
That's what we like to call critical thinking. The 2-2, that one's going to miss upstairs for ball number 3.
Hey, win it here.
Full count, 1 out. One runner in scoring position. His Robe there at second base. Currently has nobody holding him now. Richter will move over and move back. 3-2 delivery. That one's upstairs. Ball 4. First walk of the ball game. Now 2 runners on for Vermillion. Just 1 out here in the bottom of the first.
Second baseman, number 2.
Brings up second baseman and wearing number 2, Trey Hansen. Comes up to the plate. 2 runners on. Again, just 1 out.
Yeah, not the end of the world to give up that walk there. You put force outs everywhere. You give yourself a double play opportunity. That was a great back pick there, second base.
I got Robe leaning there a little bit to second. Trying to head over to third and good spin around move. Maybe closer than probably should have there at second base. The 0-0 delivery. Inside part of the plate for strike number 1. Again, Nygren, Rowe, Peterson, Trey Hansen, the 4 batter, Moskowitz, the pitcher, at the 5, Haig, the catcher, at 6, Carter Hansen, first baseman, at 7, Christofferson at third, he's the 8-hole hitter, and Carson Preister in left field is the 9-hole hitter. That is how the order works itself out for the Vermillion squad. Tom Heisinger, coach of the Vermillion squad. 1-1. That one's looped out just over the outstretched glove of Wingen there at short. They're going to hold all the runners. So just like that, everybody is aboard for the Vermillion Tanagers. Second hit of the inning. Peterson advances to second. Robe advances to third. And it will bring up the pitcher, number 7, Jack Moskowitz, with runners all aboard and the bases juiced here in the bottom of the first.
That's a great piece of hitting there by Trey Hansen. Just sitting back on it, being patient, waiting. Saw a couple batters ahead of him be early, especially on those off-speed pitches, and able to barrel one up just enough.
First pitch to Moskowitz, going to miss high and away for ball number 1.
Seeing the corners in here from Tri-Valley, lots of room. If you can poke one right between first and second or between short and third, there's a ton of room here in the infield as well. Anything on the ground over there would work. Obviously, you don't want to keep yourself out of a double play up the middle, but some open dirt between these guys in the infield.
1-1 delivery on its way, fouled back into the backstop. Bring up 1 and 2. 1 out in the bottom of 1. Long look in for Bickness. Now we'll get the sign he likes. He will set. His 20th pitch on the way. That one's high and back behind. And foul. Bring those foul balls up here to the press box for. Got a big old tote of Tootsie Rolls over there.
I was eyeing him. Over there.
Spencer, you're going to have to go out and start getting some foul balls, I guess.
If you hear a headset come crashing down, I'm wanting a Tootsie Roll.
1 and 2 going to miss. Down and away for ball 2. That'll even up the count. And 2 hits and a walk. Puts all runners aboard. The 2-2. Also going to miss down and in for ball 3.
It's a good spot. It's a good spot on the 2-2, but especially with how you've changed the eye level for Moskowitz.
Yeah, trying to induce maybe a ground ball double play in the inning. 3-2, that one's, I'm going to say, I believe, fouled right off the mask of the umpire.
Well, I tell you what, if nothing else comes of this inning for Vermillion, I mean, one thing they've done is worked the counts. They are making Bickness throw a lot of pitches here in the first.
This will be delivery number 24 through officially a third inning. It's on its way. That one's skied. Foul ground, third base side. Coming over and making the play is Dibvig over there from third. Good communication there with Hemme. That'll be foul out for out number 2.
At the plate, catcher number 12, Tate Haig.
That'll bring up the catcher, Tate Haig, wearing number 12. Base is still juiced. Now 2 outs, so we will see the infield play a little bit back to their normal depth for Tri-Valley. First pitch in there for a called strike number 1. Pitch number 25 for Bickness. Trying to get himself out of a bases-loaded jam. The 0-1. It'll be down and away, ball 1. Even up the count. 1 apiece. We got the umpire back behind the plate, called time.
Took a pretty hard hit in that last at-bat. That foul ball that came off of Jack Moskowitz, that caught him pretty good. It's good to see him back in the stance as quick as he even was.
1-1. That one's drilled high and to left. Hemme comes on. Now he'll range over for the wind and will come up and make the grab for out number 3. Vermillion, no runs on 2 hits. There were no Tri-Valley errors, and they leave the bases juiced. After 1 inning of play, it is 0-0 your score between Vermillion and Tri-Valley. Second inning of action is on the way next. You're watching Vermillion Baseball on Vermillion Tanagers Live Ticket TV.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
Hey kids! This month, it's time for Grossenberg's Coloring Contest. Get it off your April calendar, or just stop into any of the Grossenberg 9 locations and pick up a coloring sheet. All you have to do is color it and bring it back to any of Grossenberg Implement's parts departments and be eligible for a $100 gift certificate. This is good for any child from 6 till 12 years old. See any of the Grossenberg locations for more information today.
Do you have a pest problem? Got bats, ants, termites? Family owned and operated, Olson's Pest Technicians have had over 50 years experience taking care of pest problems in places across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa. Utilizing brilliant methods, such as Centricon bait stations for termites and Vicane treatment for bed bugs. There's no pest too tough for Olson's Pest Technicians. If you have pest problems, call 800-KILL-BUGS.
Welcome back to the Vermillion Booster Club Press Box, proud supporters of all Tanager athletics and the student athlete.
Welcome back to Prentice Park. We're through one inning of work. It is tied 0-0. Tri-Valley went 1-2-3 with a strikeout swinging, a ground ball back to the pitcher Moskowitz, and a strikeout swinging, in that first inning. Moskowitz again working quickly. He's zipping them in there. That is strike 1-1-1. Trayson Richter, the second baseman, number 13, is up to bat. Ground one over to second. Trey Hansen gets the glove down, lobs one over to first. Your brother Carter for out number 1. 4-3 put out. Richter coming into today's game.
Pitcher number 10
was batting .600. 3 for 5 in their last matchup. 2 singles and a double. 3 runs batted in, 2 runs scored in that ball game as well. He goes down on the grounder. Bickness going to loop one into center. A couple steps over, and making the grab is Robe out there in center for out number 2.
Well, no let up in the pace of Jack Moskowitz either. I mean, he's firing in strike after strike. Again, I think he's out there to pitch to contact, and I think that first inning, talked about it, I think he threw 8 strikes and 1 ball.
First pitch to Aiden Bundy in there for strike number 1. That was just the 14th delivery from Moskowitz through 1 2/3 innings. The 0-1, that one's in there for a strike number 2. He's not messing around. Out of his 15 pitches, 13 of them have been strikes.
Yeah, at this point, I'm sure Aiden Bundy, I mean, he's getting in the box knowing that it's going to be a strike in there, but maybe they're giving him the take sign to start things off just to give Bickness, the pitcher, some time. Doesn't matter anyways.
Third strikeout for Jack Moskowitz, and 3 up, 3 down once again for the Tri-Valley Mustangs in the top of the second. 0-0, still your score after 1.5. Back with the bottom of 2 right after this. You're watching Vermillion Baseball on Vermillion Tanagers Live Ticket TV.
Insurance rates are on the rise, and now more than ever, every penny counts. With me, John Brooks at DFS Insurance, we can look over your coverages and find the right insurance carrier to help you keep your costs down. At DFS Insurance, I'm an independent agent, which allows me to offer a variety of different carriers to fit your needs. When you're ready for your free, no-obligation quote, give me a call, and we'll get you on the path to the best and most affordable insurance you need with Dakota Financial Services.
Welcome to Dakota PC Warehouse, where our staff aren't just friendly, we're certified nerds with a side of tech genius. Prepare to be awed as we unleash a barrage of geeky charm and unbeatable deals on PCs and HD TVs. And our tech gurus, armed with determination and a questionable assortment of snacks, can fix just about anything. We love technology and making it work for you. Dakota PC Warehouse, because being a nerd is our superpower.
When the world feels big, a small note can mean everything. Find mental health support at sdbehavioralhealth.gov.
Welcome back to the Vermillion Booster Club Press Box, proud supporters of all Tanager athletics and the student athlete.
Welcome back to Prentice Park, Vermillion and Tri-Valley in the season opener for this Vermillion squad, starting it off at home. Again, a couple games earlier in the year got moved back due to some colder weather. I'll move it back to when we can get some better games in. Prentice Park looking pretty good for April 10th. Still pretty early in the seasons. First baseman Number 35, Carter Hansen, up to bat for Vermillion. Watches first pitch for a ball and swings on one pretty early and fouls it back. Bickness, 27 pitches in that first inning.
He's been throwing the off-speed well, though. He's getting his Vermillion hitters, he's giving them a little bit of a hard time at the plate with the off-speed. Seen a lot of them be very early. It's kind of something that you have to settle into throughout the game, though. A lot of times on your first couple of at-bats, the off-speed's the one you're not ready for.
2-1 going to miss outside for ball 3. Brings the count to 3-1. Bickness 16 strikes on those 27 pitches. Loaded the bases, 2 hits and a walk, and then got out of the bases loaded jam. That one is going to be low for ball 4. Carter Hansen stood there a little bit, maybe expecting the strike call, but nevertheless called ball 4. So I'll put Hansen aboard. That is the second walk issued by Bickness here in the ball game so far. Brings up the third baseman, number 4, Hayden Christofferson, to bat for Vermillion.
Hansen about sold himself out there.
He did.
Didn't look like a strike from here, but
Going to lay one down the first base line, and it will go foul pretty close to right along down the line. So Hansen will go back to first, and Christofferson will go back into the plate. Yeah, like I said, those are, yeah, he was standing there for a while. I mean, maybe he's didn't quite think it was ball 4, or maybe he thought it was strike 2, I guess. But
yeah,
it was,
didn't look like maybe thought it was ball 3. It could have been, but didn't look like a strike from here. So maybe he just thought the umpire said.
Christofferson going to lay one down, right back to the mound. And the first baseman, Bundy, will hang on for out number 1. On the 1-3 put out for out number 1, advances Hansen to second base.
That's when you clap up right there. It's a good job by Christofferson getting the job done, especially after you let one go foul. It's good to come back, get that second one down.
First pitch to Carson Preister, just a little bit inside for ball number 1. Preister out there in left field. Runner in scoring position in Carter Hansen. Getting held now will move and swing and a miss for strike 1, even up the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 out here in the bottom of the second again. Bottom of the first, Vermillion loaded the bases on a double, a walk, and a single, and stranded all 3 of them. The 1-1 from Bickness. That one's grounded up the middle. Richter going to come on. The 4-3 put out, as he will, with the foot back down over there on first is Bundy. For out number 2. Carter Hansen advances to third. That'll bring to the plate the top of the order and right fielder Nolan Nygren.
Yeah, it's a situation where you obviously, if you're Carson Preister, you want something to the right side of the infield if you're going to put it there, but also with 1 out, it puts you in a tough spot because now you got to rely on a hit here from Nygren.
Nygren struck out swinging for the first out of the ball game. Not of the ball game, the first inning. Big wave and miss for strike number 1. Sun coming out behind the clouds a little bit. Probably warming the players up out there, but not much difference in here in the booth. At least the wind has stopped blowing straight through. Got the door closed behind us. Like you said earlier, it makes a world of difference. As Nygren fouled that one back into the net. Makes it 0-2. In the bottom of 2 with 2 outs. Carter Hansen in prime position to score over there on third. Swing and a miss for strike number 3. The second strikeout for Nygren and the second strikeout for Bickness will end the second inning. So, Vermillion Threatens again with a runner in scoring position, but stranded on third. After 2 innings complete, we are still knotted up at 0s apiece here at Prentice Park. Back with the top of the 3rd inning. Right after this, you're watching Vermillion Baseball, Vermillion Tanagers Live Ticket TV.
For healthier crops and stronger yields, count on Nutrien Ag Solutions. By partnering with the leader in plant nutrition, you'll have access to innovative products and unmatched service that deliver impact and efficiency to every acre. Healthier crops, happier growers. Lead the field this season and beyond. Find your local crop consultant at nutrienagsolutions.com. What's your big picture?
To keep the farm in the family.
To pay off the loan. To start my own operation.
To drive Grandpa's combine. Right, Grandpa?
If owning a successful operation is in your big picture, First Bank and Trust has ag experts to help you plan for the future.
To diversify.
To teach her how to drive a combine.
Find out how First Bank and Trust makes managing your farm easier at bankeasy.com.
Life can get pretty busy out there. Daily commutes, carpooling, and then there's that weekend getaway. Cenex is here to keep your vehicle fueled up for those long drives, your pantry stocked for those snack cravings, and the propane grill ready whenever you are. Things can move fast, but with your local Cenex, you can rest assured that everything on your list will get a checkmark, all in a day's work, powered locally at Cenex.
Welcome back to the Vermillion Booster Club Press Box, proud supporters of all Tanager athletics and the student athlete.
Welcome back, Prentice Park. Top of the 3rd inning, Tri-Valley up to bat with their 7-hole hitter, Brecken Frederick, the center fielder wearing number 20. So far, they're 6 up and 6 down. Moskowitz on the mound with 3 strikeouts. 16 pitches through 2 innings. That one's in there at the knees for strike number 2. Brings it to 1-2. Frederick on the season batting 1,000. Grounds one over to short. Peterson gloves it, fires over to first, and it's in time for out number 1. 6-3 put out. And again, Brecken Frederick, 1,000 batting average, 1 for 1, with a single and 4 walks in their first game in that 15-14 loss.
That's a day.
That brings up Tristan Bundy in a game where Tri-Valley walked 12 times. Bundy, the first baseman, wearing 19. 0 for 4 on the season also. Did not walk. Was he hit by a pitch? Yes, he was. Counts 1-1 to Bundy. It's going to skip in there and roll back over towards the Tri-Valley dugout down the first base side. Count goes to 2-1, 1 out, top of 3. Moskowitz delivers, swing and a miss for strike number 2. Even on the count, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Spencer again, Moskowitz working just like he has in the first couple innings, fast.
Yeah, absolutely. That last pitch for Bundy in the box looked like it was more of a swing out of I think I should have swung at that after it already crossed the plate. He was a little behind on that one, but Moskowitz working very efficiently, but finds himself in probably his first deep count of the ballgame here.
3-2 on its way. Popped up foul territory right side. Carter Hansen will range over a little bit, as will Nygren from right. And that one falls inside the fence, so not quite to the parked cars out there along right field, but pretty close. Do it over again. Full count to Bundy. That one's popped up foul. Back by the cars once again. We'll reset and do it one more time. The 8th pitch of this at-bat. Moskowitz delivers. Strike 3 called at the knees. Strikeout looking. 4th strikeout of the ball game for Jack Moskowitz. 3 swinging, 1 looking. We'll bring up the 9-hole hitter and number 9, the left fielder, Parker Hemme. Hemme, in their last matchup, 0 for 3, a walk, strikeout, 2 runs scored. It's also hit by a pitch. (1-0). That one's fouled back into the backstop. Brings it to 2-0. Kid brought back 2 foul balls. Didn't want any Tootsie Rolls. Oh, just brought back 1. There we go. Still. I think Spencer wants a Tootsie Roll.
I'll take one.
1-1, down and in.
Oh, my Lord.
Well, that's more. I'm not very good at counting, but I think that's more than 1.
6.
But I won't tell anybody. The 2-1 delivery. That one's popped up. Going to be shallow in the infield. Trey Hansen, range over, make the grab. P4, 4 out, number 3, 9 up, 9 down. Go the Tri Valley Mustangs in the first 3 innings. Still 0-0. Coming back with the bottom of the 3rd. That is on the way next. You're watching Vermillion Baseball, Vermillion Tanagers Live Ticket TV.
Agriculture is like no other business, which makes Farm Credit Services of America like no other lender. Owned by the farmers and ranchers we serve, our customers have a voice in how we work, a stake in what we do, and share in our success. Discover a lender that works for you at Farm Credit Services of America.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in South Dakota. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Welcome back to the Vermillion Booster Club Press Box, proud supporters of all Tanager athletics and the student athlete.
Welcome back. Bottom of the 3rd inning here at Prentice Park for the season opener for Vermillion and the second game of the season for Tri-Valley. Again, here still early in the spring season, April 10th. Trying to get some games in as we can. Pretty nice day out, and again, temperature-wise, but that wind, 20 to 25 out of the northwest, and now the little bit of cloud cover, making it a little chilly here in Vermillion. We are scoreless through 2.5. Michael Robe, center fielder. He is 1 for 1, doubled. Later advanced to 3rd and was stranded on 3rd as Vermillion has stranded 4 runners on base so far. The 2-1 delivery, that one's pop foul. Behind home plate towards the first base side. We are out of baseballs.
Bring those foul balls back to the dugout, please. Yeah, one thing Vermillion's done well, Cole, is I know you mentioned that we've stranded 4 guys here through the first 2 innings, but they've put the barrel on the ball. I mean, they've barreled up, found some very solid contact throughout the early portion of this game, and that settles you in, allows you to get some confidence going into the box, just frees you up a lot, and I think they're going to take advantage of that here soon.
2-2, that one's popped high on the first baseline, ranging foul. Richter comes over, and that one is going to go over the fence. That one started about straight up with the foul line.
That's what I was thinking.
I kept on looking up. I'm like, somebody's going to make a play, and then all of a sudden it dropped back over the fence. That's, again, just shows you we don't have a flag out there in center field to show you, but the wind is blowing.
You can kind of see the net moving on your screen here.
It's grounded over to third. Oh, nice pick there by Tommy Heisinger. First attempt, he's made it a foul ball there. The other one was a hot rocket beside him, but there you go.
Fielding 1,000 over there.
The 2-2. That one's laced out into left. Hemi comes in, then goes back out. It is going to be at the fence and fair. Robe will go to second base. 2 doubles on the game for the center fielder, Michael Robe.
Yeah, that first one he hit out there, you know, if there wasn't as much wind, you may call it an error by the left fielder, but that one was absolutely laced. That was a great piece of hitting from Robe. He worked the count deep. He sat on the pitch that he wanted, and he got every last piece of it.
So now another runner on. No outs. Connor Peterson, the batter, waves and misses strike 1. Worked himself into a walk back in the first. This will be delivery number 50 from Denton Bickness on the mound for Tri-Valley. The 0-1 inside. Ball 1 evens at the count.
Yeah, here's one where, you know, you talk about the right side of the infield, right side of the field overall. Peterson can poke one out anywhere second base and over. He'll be setting Vermillion up good to draw their first run across.
Watches one skip in at his feet for ball number 2.
Wait on it.
Puts the count in his favor, 2-1. And still no outs here in the bottom of the third. Vermillion trying to get scoring started here at Prentice Park. 2-1. Swung on, fouled back into the backstop.
I think he's probably thinking that too. I think he probably knows that just based off of that swing, it seems like he's trying to take it opposite field and give his team a better shot at getting Mikey Robe in.
2-2, no out. Here's the pitch. Be down and in for ball 3. Fills up the count 3-2. You can tell the wind's definitely playing with the outfielders. Right fielder playing in. Center fielder shading pretty heavily to left, and left fielder playing pretty close to the line down there and left as well. 3-2, a little about a quarter swing and fouled into the Tri-Valley dugout.
Hey, mean it.
Right, checking that one is a little inside, but got a piece and get another look at it. The 3-2 again. That one's driven high out to center. Frederick going to start ranging over a little bit to his left and will make the grab for out number 1. So again, we talk about for Vermillion, good contact is just right at him.
Yeah, just percentages haven't quite been in their favor. I mean, obviously you want the line shots, but especially on a day like today, I mean, sometimes you always think in baseball it's better to probably keep it on the ground than to put it in the air. But on a day like this, I mean, as we saw the first deep fly ball misplayed by Hemi in left field, and you can tell that there's been some struggle with these outfielders. So popping it up in this wind is it's not the worst case scenario if you're a hitter as far as getting on base.
First pitch to Trey Hansen. Down in the dirt, ball 1. He's 1 for 1, singled. Was stranded at first. Back in the bottom of 1. The 1-0, rounded sharply over to third, making a play as Dibvig. He will fire over. With a 5-3 put out and out. Number 2, pretty good play over there at third base. Kind of a, you guys can't see what I'm doing, but Spencer can. Pretty nice play. over there by Dibvig.
Came hot up on his waist, and it's a nice backhand there. And I was impressed, especially with his composure, to then check back Robe over at second, especially when you're playing the hot corner like that. You take one that's steaming right at you and kind of get your head going all over the place. But kept his composure, checked the runner, and may have been what kept Robe over at second base.
First pitch inside to Jack Moskowitz. He flew out in foul territory to the third baseman for out number 2 of the first inning. Trying not to get Vermillion to strain another runner in scoring position. 1-0 fouled back into the netting. Umpire draws back there, fires a seed up back to the pitcher. It's one thing I don't do. I just give it to the catcher. 1-1. A little half swing and a miss outside. Good job holding there by Moskowitz. And usually I'm good for a couple good throws, but then I get one bad one, and I'll hand it to the catcher. He'll throw it back there. I trust him more than I trust me throwing. So
I'm getting pretty skilled throwing with my left hand these days after what baseball did to my shoulder. From I didn't even pitch that much.
Foul back hit Hemi on the mask, so we're going to give him some time and make sure he's all right.
I was a little bit surprised, especially with the leadoff double and a man on second with no outs. We've seen Vermillion bunt in this game. A little bit surprised they didn't do it with the runner on second, but again, with the way they've been hitting off of Bickness so far, it's not a matter of whether or not we can make contact. It's just percentages at this point.
2-2. That one's going to be popped up foul once again. As there's a brave soul behind home plate in the built-in seats there. Wearing short sleeves. I'm usually a guy that wears shorts and short sleeves when it gets about above 50 degrees, but not quite today.
It's gotten a little cloudy, too. It was a lot warmer earlier.
Deuce is wild here in the bottom of 3. The delivery to Moskowitz. Inside behind his back. Gets past the catcher Hemi, and he throws over to third as Robe advances. So now, runner in prime scoring position. And a full count. Moskowitz trying to help himself out a little bit. Get some runs on the board for Vermillion. 3-2. The 2-out delivery. That's outside for ball number 4. That is the third walk issued by Bickness here in the ball game.
Yeah, just not sure how much longer he's going to be able to go. I mean, with the way that Vermillion's put the bat on the ball, they've drawn walks, they've gone deep in the count. I mean, his pitch count's it's creeping up for especially just the third inning here.
Runners on the corners. Robe's at third. Moskowitz was at first, so we got a courtesy runner. Was Corbin Heckens, number 18, is now there on first base. 2 outs. Tate Hag, swing and a miss for strike number 1. He flew out to left for the final out of the first inning. Tanagers trying to capitalize. The runner in scoring position. Hackens goes, throw down to second, going to be airmailed into center field. Robe's going to score. And called safe over there at third base. Now he tossed the ball to the mound. Field umpire did call him safe over there at third. So, Robe will score for the first run of the ball game. Hackens was going to second, was airmailed, throw over to third. We're going to say tag was not in time. So 2 outs. We do still have a strike. Counts, I believe, 0-1, maybe 1-1. Hagg's going to lace one down the left field line and foul. Okay, there we go. Got the confirmation. Count is 0-2. So Tanagers finally get a run on the board. The 0-2 delivery to Haig, and a miss inside. Ball 1.
That's a good spot for that 0-2. Better eye by Haig.
1-2 going to miss outside. Deuce is wild once again. We did officially have an error on Tri-Valley. Charge on the catcher, Hemi, on the throw down. The 2-2 out. Grounded, going to be foul. So far, we had a double by Robe. He advanced on a pass ball. Fly out to center by Peterson. Ground out to third by Trey Hansen. A walk by Moskowitz. And a wild pitch and an error. Haig laces one over to third. Dibvig can't make the play right away, but he recovers and throws over to first in time. For out number 3. For Vermillion, 1 run, 1 hit, 1 error, and 1 left on base. After 3 complete innings, it is 1-0 Vermillion. Back with the top of the 4th inning. Right after this, you're watching Vermillion Baseball on Vermillion Tanagers Live Ticket TV.
In times like these, it's good to know there's a place where people know who you are, no matter how long you've been gone. A place where the smells of home cooking are still in the air, where a simple wave warms your heart, and sharing stories is just a way of life. It's good to be home. Agraria Insurance Company, protecting what's important in life. Contact your local Agraria Insurance Company agent.
Best Western Ramkota Hotel in Aberdeen is the place to stay for business or the weekend family getaway. You'll feel right at home with ample parking, spacious guest rooms, and complimentary breakfast. And with a convenient location, you'll have easy access to local attractions and events in the area. While staying at the Best Western Ramkota, guests can enjoy an indoor water play land, an on-site Minerva's restaurant, exercise facility, wedding services, and a business center. For friendly service and a great stay, make your reservation today.
Farming today requires constant adjustment, innovation, and the right seed. And you'll find that with Pioneer Seed at Dakota Seed and Services in Irene and Vermillion. With the most advanced technologies and local experts, Dakota Seed and Service share in your hard work on the farm, adapting to an ever-changing industry. When you need the right seed, protection, and service, make it Dakota Seed and Services in Irene and Vermillion. There's no better organization that gives back to the student athletes than the Booster Club. The Vermillion Booster Club is committed to helping all student athletes grow. Join the Tanager faithful today by becoming a member at GoTanagers.com. While you're there, check out Team Apparel for your favorite sports team. Like them on Facebook to stay up to date on all the latest information and sports games. Join the Vermillion Boosters today and go Tanagers.
Welcome back to the Vermillion Booster Club Press Box, proud supporters of all Tanager athletics and the student athlete.
Welcome back to Prentice Park. Vermillion finally gets a run across on a hit and a Tri-Valley error in the bottom of the 3rd. They hold a 1-0 lead here in their season opener. Jack Moskowitz on the mound. Has pitched 32 pitches through 3 innings of work. That was pitch number 34, going to miss on the way for ball 2. Alex Wingen struck out swinging back in the 1st. Was the first of 4 strikeouts for Moskowitz through the first time through the order. Works himself into the first 3-0 count he's seen so far this ball game. Wingen squares, he'll pull back, called strike.
Yeah, Wingen's never bunting there. He's just screwing with the eye line.
Yep, trying to confuse both Moskowitz there and the umpire back behind 2. The 3-1, wave and a miss for strike number 2.
A little uncharacteristic, though, of course, to see Moskowitz come out and start with 3 balls in a row. after that electric first inning and dished well in the second as well. The third.
It was really good through 2, then had that 9-pitch at bat in the third. That's really the only knock that's really raising its pitch count. That's really the only time we've seen so far really a Tri-Valley batter even get close to getting anything on Moskowitz. But
yeah, we're starting to see some Tri-Valley Mustangs take them into some deeper counts. That's what they need, though. I think right now their biggest battle against Moskowitz is going to be hoping to get through with the pitch count and get them off the bump.
Another foul ball. Once again, another long at bat. This will be pitch number 8 to Alex Wingen. The shortstop wearing number 3. Again, 0 for 1 in the ball game so far. The 3-2, upstairs, ball 4. First walk issued by Moskowitz. First base runner as well for Moskowitz. That'll bring up third baseman Brody Dibvig, grounded out right back to Moskowitz. Back in that first inning. Moskowitz checks the runner, delivers up high for ball number 1. Again, thank you for tuning in. Vermillion Tanagers Live Ticket TV. Cole Larsch alongside me, Spencer Buley. First of many games here in the spring season. I believe we got all the home games but 1 or 2. One of them is Easter weekend. One of them is graduation weekend. Might see if we can't wrangle Heath Nimke so you get him back up in the booth. Good luck with that, though. I'll leave that job to Spencer.
Not something you should leave to me.
2-0 pop foul back behind the net. Again, a little uncharacteristic from what we've seen so far this ball game for Moskowitz. One, the base runner. 2, the walk. And now down 2-1, down in the count, 2 batters in a row. Swing and a miss, Wingen goes. Haig didn't get a clean transfer, so no throw down. Clean stolen base for Alex Wingen, but a wave and a miss, even up the count, 2 balls, 2 strikes.
That kind of takes away some small ball opportunities, unless you're gutsy, which may be.
2-2. Well, up and in. Ball 3. That'll even up the count.
Yeah, Moskowitz just struggling to find the zone, really. I mean, we've seen some. Not only is it uncharacteristic for him to be throwing balls, but some of the balls that we've seen are well outside the zone.
Full count. Rounded back to the Vermillion dugout and foul. But once again, another full count. Three-two, down and away, ball 4. 2 walks in a row for Jack Moskowitz. First 2 base runners of the ball game for Tri-Valley. That'll bring to the plate Mason Hemme, the catcher. Struck out swinging for the second strikeout of the ball game. Back in the first. Runners on 1 and 2, no outs. Vermillion with a 1-0 lead. Hemme squares. He offered at it. That'll be strike number 1. I guess whether he offered at it or not, probably would have been in there for called strike regardless. Didn't quite get it down.
I would expect this one to go right down that third base line. Keep it short of third base, but.
The 0-1, he does not square. Watches one high for ball one, evens up the count. Again, Tanager infield shifting accordingly. Carter Hansen at there first, playing in the grass. Trey's playing well shaded over to first. Peterson pretty close to the bag there at second. And Christofferson, he's got to stay put. Hemi now squares and all going to miss well high, ball two.
Yeah, not a ton of options for Christofferson over there at third, because if he creeps up, then you obviously got to bring your shortstop over to third, and then at that case, the runner at second just gets to follow the shortstop, and at some point he might just take off and take the bag. No work to be done, even needed at the plate.
2-1, he squares and he fouls it back right in the glove of Haig. It'll be strike number 2, even up the count, so we'll see if Hemi squares again. The 2 times, I guess he squared 3 times. Watched one and offered at it for strike 1. Watched one well high and then nicked that one. The 2-2 swung on and missed for strike number 3. Pretty good recovery there by Moskowitz. The 5th strikeout of the ball game for him. First out here in the top of 4. Brings up Trayson Richter.
Yeah, it's a great job from Moskowitz. Just never shied away from it, especially when the bunt was being shown. Just kept going right at him.
The 52nd pitch for Jack Moskowitz. Upstairs, ball 1. He had 16 pitches through the first 2 innings, 14 of them strikes. Going back to a normal distribution, you could say, based on average pitches per inning. 1-0, grounded sharply over to third and foul. Even up the count, 1 ball and 1 strike. One delivery from Moskowitz. Well high in as well for ball 2. That'll send Richter back to the dirt. Moskowitz says, that's my bad. It's back up 2-1.
He's missed there a couple times this inning. Just way inside of the right-handed batter.
Now Moskowitz steps off as Wingen. Saw that Trey Hansen went back a little early and took a couple steps towards third. He'll get set, the 2-1 delivery. Well outside, ball 3. Now 3-1.
I think that's what's been a little bit odd about this inning, Cole, is it's like he'll miss in the right-hander's batter's box, and then he'll come back with one in the left-hander's batter's box. There's not a whole lot of consistency with his misses.
The 3-1 swung on and missed. Top part of the zone, fastball, strike number 2. Just get one more of those you can avoid, at least for now, loading up the bases.
Sometimes make it tougher to hit, though, when you toss a couple wild ones in there. Throw off the vision of the batter. Just kind of messes with your head a little bit. You're not quite as ready to swing with each delivery.
Full count, misses outside, ball 4. 3 runners on for Tri-Valley here in the inning, all aboard via the walk. And that will bring out waiting for Richter there to get on the bag before he called time. He's just sitting there waiting, trying to see what he could do, and kind of roaring now out there, getting a little conversation. First charged, defensive conversation. At this point, it's just basically telling him just give him something they can put in play. I mean, you got a defense behind you that's been making plays.
Yeah, I think it's mostly you just got to calm Moskowitz down. I mean, I think right now he's just trying to do too much, and you just go back to those early innings where he was trying to pitch to contact. He was firing in strike after strike, and nobody could put a good barrel on it. So you get back to that confidence and that feeling of knowing that all you have to do is put it in the zone, and whatever happens beyond that. But right now, you got to allow the ball to be put in play. With one out, you get a ground ball up the middle or something to the corners. You turn a double player out of here, or you just roll with the strikeouts you were getting early.
Ball's going to get past Haig. Runner goes about halfway. All the runners do. And now because Wingen went back, had to scramble a little bit. It was quite the scene there. I mean, everybody was halfway to their next bag, but good recovery there by Haig. Got a pretty good bounce off the backstop.
I wonder if it caught some of that concrete or not.
Either concrete or the pad, one of the two. Definitely was not the net. Bases loaded, 1-0 delivery. Strike at the knees. That'll even up the count 1-1. And corners playing in. Middle of the infield playing a double play. That one's laced down the right field line. Wind is going to push that one foul. Niagara had a pretty good beat on it, so if it was anywhere close to fair, he could have made a play, but Mr. Wind kept on pushing it. Got a little spin on it. That'll put it to 1-2.
I think Bigness might be a little bit thankful up there. Got all that wind out in right field, because I'm with you. I do think that Niagara out in right field probably makes a play on that if it's not for the amount of wind we have coming in.
1-2. That is called a strike. That's strike number 3. 6th strikeout for Moskowitz. 4 swinging, 2 looking. That'll be out number 2. Now with 2 outs, that'll bring up Aiden Bundy. Struck out swinging to end the second inning. Waves and misses here at strike number 1. If you try Valley here, you're really just hoping not to pull a Vermillion and leave the bases loaded.
Yeah, just got to find a way to get the ball in play. I mean, with 2 outs, it makes your life obviously far more difficult. Going to be a lot more surgical with where you're going to put the ball in play, but it's one where you look back and maybe your earlier hitters in these situations just got to find a way to get one out there and maybe draw a walk.
1-1. Called strike number 2. Mundy checked his swing a little bit, but was in there. Now Moskowitz getting back into his normal rhythm here a little bit. Ahead in the count, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Yeah, pitch skips in there. Ball 1. Excuse me, ball 2.
And I think you go back to earlier in this inning, too. I mean, hitting with the bases loaded can be a little bit tough, especially with less than 2 outs, just because you're maybe trying so hard to avoid the double play.
Deuce's wild delivery, going to miss inside, ball 3. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bases loaded. Runners are going to be on the move. If you're Moskowitz, just need strike number 3. There they go. 3-2, called strike inside part of the plate for out number 3. 7th strikeout for Jack Moskowitz. Every out of this inning was a strikeout. Every runner was a walk. 3 walks and 3 strikeouts. So no runs, no hits, no errors. Bases were left loaded. After 3.5 innings, it is still 1-0 in favor of Vermillion. Back with the bottom of the 4th after this, you're watching Vermillion Baseball. Vermillion Tanagers Live Ticket TV.
When life gets hard and our thoughts get too much to bear, finding the resiliency within us can help us find healing. The 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline provides 24/7 free support for anyone in suicidal distress or emotional crisis. All texts and calls are anonymous and connect you to local resources that uphold cultural values and pave the way to healing. Find the strength within you. Find the strength within our culture. Reach out if you need help today.
When it comes to advertising, reaching the right market while giving back to the school is just plain right. If you're looking for an effective method that reaches a large fan base at once, then here's your ticket with Live Ticket TV. With over 90 schools in the state of South Dakota, we can help you advertise locally with just your home team or reach the region. Plus, a portion of all sales go directly back to the school. Get a hold of Heath Nimke today, and let's get started in building your brand with Live Ticket TV.
Out here, you learn that to keep growing, you have to keep changing. CHS and the farmers and ranchers we serve know all about change, because together we've changed agriculture. That's why we're the largest farmer-owned cooperative in the country. So farmers own the system they count on, with advantages at every step. From innovative tools that help crops grow, to grain processing expertise, to energy solutions, we create connections to empower agriculture. Learn more at chsinc.com.
Welcome back to the Vermillion Booster Club Press Box, proud supporters of all Tanager athletics and the student athlete.
Welcome. Matt Prentice Park is doing some golf math here based on the par of Augusta National. 288 would be 72 times 4, so minus 20 would be 268. So we're talking about Justin Rose, currently sits minus 7 after one round. But again, there's 3 more rounds left, and they'll make that course awfully tough Saturday and Sunday. Now Carter Hansen's going to take one right off the helmet. The bat came out of the hand, and the helmet came off the head right away, so he will make his way and got a quick 60 time, maybe not a quick 90, but once he was good, then went back over to first, so better write that in my book. Hit by pitch. So Carter Hansen will stay 0 for 0.
It's an awesome move. Love that move. 10 yards away from first base, just take off.
Well, got to clock those 90 times, you know.
90 time there was about 14 seconds.
Yes, it was. Bunt popped up back behind the catcher and foul. Christofferson went down on a bunt back in the second as well.
The bunt's been a struggle today, and I think that that's something that especially comes with early in the season. It's a lot different bunting with live reps versus bunting in practice off of however you're taking that sort of BP, but both teams have struggled a little bit to lay down the sack bunts here.
The 0-1, Christofferson squares. Carter Hansen will snag second base regardless. He was in there, whether the throw was wide or not. That was a strike, so it is 0-2. Forgot how to write an S there for a second in my book. We're back. 0-2. Miss inside, ball 1. Tanagers, so they 1-0 lead, have stranded 5 so far here in the ball game. One's ripped on the third baseline and foul.
Just continuing to see him barrel it up. Foul balls and fair balls. I mean, they got a good read on Bickness, who's now up to 77 pitches. Just keep an eye on that pitch count as we go.
So after one grounds one over to the left side, Dibvig comes over, and he will make the play, and Carter Hansen will advance to third base. Good job there. As soon as the ball was let go, Hansen did advance, so runner in very good scoring position. 5-3 put out for out number 1. Brings up Carson Preister. Left fielder, grounded out to second. Back in the second. They scored just a simple ground out here on Game Changer. Preister watches strike number 1. Pops one foul into the net for strike 2. The 0-2 upstairs for ball 1. 1-2, 1 out, bottom of 4. Carter Hansen sits aboard there at third base. 1-2. Down and away. Ball 2 evens up the count. Good job there, Preister. Watching that one in. Started to swing a little bit, but pulled back. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 83rd pitch from Bickness. Going to miss downstairs. Ball 3. So Preister went down 0-2 early, watches 3 in a row. Fills up the count.
Give a lot of credit to these Vermillion hitters, man. They've laid off some good offerings from Bickness.
Lines it right back to the pitcher. Good snag there by Bickness, so L1 for out number 2. Hansen, good job there getting back by him as well. That'll bring up Nolan Nygren, top of the order, right fielder.
That out from Preister, just another example. I mean, it's a well-hit ball. It's a line drive. It's what you want, but just happens to go right back to the pitcher. They just cannot seem to catch a break with a runner in a scoring position.
Preister, Game Changer hasn't updated yet. There we go. Nygren, 0 for 2, struck out swinging in the first and second innings. The 0-1, called strike outside part of the plate for strike number 2. This will be pitch number 88 from Denton Bickness. Trying to get out of this 4th inning and strand another Vermillion runner in scoring position. The 0-2, swung on, fouled back into the net. Stays alive. We'll do the 0-2 again. Bickness fires home and missed down and away, ball 1. Pitch count just keeps on working up. For Bickness, this will be number 89. He's trying to get out of this 4th inning, get himself to the 5th, unscathed. The 1-2. Breaking ball misses upstairs. That'll even up the count. Deuce is wild now on the scoreboard in left center field. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Carter Hansen still there on third base here in the bottom of 4. 2-2, just down and away for ball number 3. That is going to even up the count. Not even up, that's going to fill up the count. Once again, 2 batters in a row.
He's done a good job working ahead. It's just he falls behind in these later pitches. Again, Vermillion, just great eyes at the plate.
Nygren fouls one back off the support pole.
I mean, he's dishing them just right on that outside corner, right on the inside corner, but nobody's offered for the Tanagers. You can see the frustration for Bickness. I mean, he's been pretty frustrated with some of these no calls and just nobody taking the bait.
Another one fouled back off the support pole. We'll do it again. 9th pitch of the at-bat upcoming. Still full count, 2 outs, bottom of 4. Carter Hansen still sits aboard. They're at third base. Bickness sets, fires. Called strike 3 at the knees, but it was dropped, and Nygren does not make an attempt, and he probably would have gotten there, but because the throw was between the legs of, they say Egger is now over there at first base, so strikeout looking for Nygren. That'll be out number 3. After 4 complete innings, it is 1-0 in favor of Vermillion. Back with the top of 5 right after this. You're watching Vermillion Baseball, Vermillion Tanagers Live Ticket TV.
Nice.
Maytag appreciates a compliment, but this Maytag washer isn't just eye candy.
Wow.
Inside, it's got the capacity and power to handle even the mightiest loads.
I love this.
Yeah, she's a beaut.
It's a he.
How do you know?
Don't worry about it.
Find Maytag products and the industry's best appliances at your local dealer, Merce Appliance, downtown Vermillion.
Birds like tanagers are great at flying out of the way to miss your car, deer, and other drivers are not. If you're in any kind of accident, bring your vehicle to Blaine's Body Shop in Vermillion. We repair your vehicle to pre-accident condition and handle the entire process from start to finish, including an accurate estimate and dealing with the insurance adjuster. So good luck to the tanagers, and if you're in an accident, bring your vehicle to
Blaine's Body Shop. Blaine's Body Shop. Automotive collision repair.
Hey kids, it's never too early to start planning for your future. Did you know Masaba provides scholarships and tuition assistance? They are committed to your success, offering engineering, drafting, and welding opportunities, plus scholarships, job shadowing, and mentorship programs. Learn more at masabainc.com/careers. When I grow up, I want to work at Masaba.
Masaba Manufacturing. Unlock your future and rock with us.
Welcome back to the Vermillion Booster Club Press Box, proud supporters of all Tanager athletics and the student athlete.
Welcome back, Prentice Park. 1-0 after 4 complete innings. Jack Moskowitz threw those 4 innings, 67 pitches, 41 of them strikes, 3 walks, all of them back in that 4th inning, 7 strikeouts, including 3 of them in that 4th inning. Getting back to his normal self here through the first couple innings. Quickly up ahead, 0-2 to Frederick. That one's going to bounce off the plate in there. Ball 1. Frederick grounded out to short for the first out of the 3rd inning. It was the wind. Again, ever so slightly lessening here at Prentice Park, but gusts still pretty strong. Frederick on a loop one, foul territory, right side. Hansen ranges over right by the fence, and he will make the grab in foul territory for out number 1. We saw a couple of those type of plays earlier. Going to just keep on ranging foul, but that one stayed just inside the fence.
Yeah, right off the end of the bat. Never got too high up in the air. I think that's why Hansen was able to range over and make that catch, but a good job by him concentrating. You know, you get up next to that fence, you start to kind of look down, look up, look down, look up, and especially with this wind, that's not a very easy catch over there.
First pitch to Tristan Bundy. Going to miss for a ball. Struck out looking. Back in the 3rd. Watches ball 2 upstairs. 2-0-1 out here in the top of 5. Two-0 pitch at the letters for strike number 1. 2 balls and a strike. Moskowitz, pitch 76 outside. Down on the count now, 3-1. 3-1 delivery. Rounded over between the gap in the left side of the infield. Peterson couldn't quite range over and make the play, so base runner is aboard. First hit of the ball game allowed for Jack Moskowitz. 4th base runner, and 3 of them via the walk in the 4th, and that was single here in the 5th. They'll bring the plate. Parker Hemme popped out to second base for the final out of the 3rd inning. First pitch. Checked his swing, but in there for a called strike number 1 anyway. Moskowitz gets the sign. Checks the runner Bundy. Checks him again. And a 3rd time now he'll fire. That one's going to be skied back behind the plate. Haig ranges back, but that one's going to miss and hit right off the sidewalk. Bring the count further into Moskowitz's favor. 0-2. 1 out and Bundy at first. Gets the sign, checks and fires. Called strike inside part of the plate for out number 2. 8th strikeout of the ball game for Jack Moskowitz. 4 looking, 4 swinging.
He's dishing about 2 strikeouts per per inning here. It's impressive stuff up there from Moskowitz. I mean, he is when he's on, he's on. I mean, he's been through maybe a rough inning or two, and I say rough, he's still holding them to a scoreless game so far.
First pitch going to miss. Bundy goes to second. The stolen base. I gotta give you credit that McKinney math seems to be working. 8 strikeouts divided by 4 innings so far. That is 2.
There you go.
So one of the rare times I give you credit.
I was thinking to myself, I guess technically it'd be, what,
4
and 2/3?
Yeah. I'm going to do that math. Works out to just less than 2 an inning. So I'll save you. I'll save you from having to do that. That's what my Mount Vernon math is telling me. That's close enough to 2. The 2-0 delivery in there for a called strike to Alex Wingen. He is 0 for 1. Struck out, swinging in the first. Walked in the fourth, advanced to second on a stolen base, was forced over to third, and was stranded there. Now works himself into a 3-1 count. Moskowitz up to 83 pitches. So not nearly as efficient as he was in the first 2, but again, 16 pitches through the first 2 innings.
Yeah, it's just kind of the consistency is lacking a little bit from what we saw earlier.
3-1, swing and miss for strike number 2. That'll fill up the count. 3-2, 2 outs here in the top of 5. Moskowitz fires home. A miss outside for ball 4. 4th walk of the ball game for Moskowitz. Brings to the plate Brody Dibvig.
Third baseman, number 4, Brody.
Grounded back to Moskowitz in the first. Walked in the 4th and was stranded at second. Comes aboard 2 outs. 2 on for Tri-Valley. First pitch, strike at the knees. 0-1. Bundy at second. Winging at first. Tri-Valley's got some speed. If Dibvig can send one and get a hit, probably going to get one to score. That one's skied. Way out and down the first base line. Foul. We'll get the runners reset. 0-2. Now to Dibvig. Moskowitz work himself out of this. The 0-2. Bender looped out into right. Nygren takes a couple steps to his right, and that is how the top of the 5th will end on the F9. No runs on 1 hit. There were no Vermillion errors, and they do strand 2 bases. After 4.5 innings, it is still a 1-0 lead for Vermillion. Back at the bottom of the 5th after this, you're watching Vermillion Baseball on Vermillion Tanagers Live Ticket TV.
Midwest Ready Mix and Equipment is your locally owned and operated ready mix company. Their specialty, 6x6 front discharge mixer trucks that allows for better placement of concrete and ease of use. Midwest Ready Mix and Equipment offers the highest quality of concrete products and aggregates, and also a full-service dealer for Logon equipment featuring telehandlers, excavators, and ASV track skid loaders for purchase or rent. Midwest Ready Mix and Equipment, East Highway 50, Vermillion.
CoreCares helps individuals stay at home by offering caregiving, nursing, and medical alert systems in over 55 communities in South Dakota. Specializing in tasks like bathing, meal prep, and medication setups, our well-trained staff delivers exceptional care. We invest in our team through customized training and comprehensive benefits. To learn more about job opportunities or services, visit our website at corecares.com. CoreCares, proudly serving our community.
Welcome back to the Vermillion Booster Club Press Box, proud supporters of all Tanager athletics and the student athlete.
Welcome at Prentice Park. Bottom of the fifth inning. Vermillion hanging on to a 1-0 lead. They've stranded 6 runners. First pitch to Michael Robe. Fouled back. Robe is 2 for 2, 2 doubles. On the third inning, he advanced on a pass ball to third and scored on an E2 for the lone Vermillion run. That one's driven left center. Going back, and little miscommunication there between Wingen and Hemme, and that one's going to drop for, I believe, if I was scoring it, I'd call it a base hit as well. That was very much in a trouble area. There in shallow left. Hemme coming on and Wingen going back. Put it down as a hit in my book. He's now 3 for 3 is Michael Robe.
He's been all over the left side of that field. It's I'm the left fielder there. If I'm Hemme back, I'm backing up. But at the same time, I mean, Robe takes advantage of it, whether he meant to or not. Just dropped it right in front of him. I thought all the way that it was going to be Wingen taking it, and I think that's what Hemme thought as well, as he had the better position. But, I mean, it is the left fielder's ball to call off, and maybe Wingen just off of instinct thought for sure that with the hang time of that ball that he was going to be called off.
Peterson, 0 for 1, walked in the first, flew out to center in the third. And I get something going for the Vermillion offense here in the bottom of 5. A 1-1 delivery. That one's skied to right. Richter going back. He will make the play in shallow right field. F4 for out number 1, but well out into right field. Back there was Richter. That is going to be out number 1. Brings the plate Trey Hansen. He is 1 for 2. Singled in the first. Grounded out to third for the second out of the third inning. First pitch downstairs, ball 1. That was delivery 99 for Denton Bickness. And we do have action in the Tri-Valley pen. So as soon as he reaches his max, we'll get likely a quick substitution. 2-0 delivery in the dirt as well. Bickness sets, checks Robe, deals. Big swing and a miss from Trey. Strike number 1. There's now the ball from the bullpen rolled just the front of the Tri-Valley dugout, and that's a sign for guys warming up in the pen. Just go ahead, come on in. 2-1, now Bickness going to step off. All right, that's some action in the Vermillion pen as well. As Hansen grounds one over to short. Wingen to Richter, and that is going to be the only play that is made. So Hansen advances on the fielder's choice. Out number 2. Brings the plate Moskowitz. 0 for 1. And now a meeting at the mound, and we will have a pitching change. So with 2 outs to go in the bottom of the 5th, a new pitcher going to come on for Tri-Valley. We'll get you the full changes as soon as we have them up here in the booth. Right after this, you're watching Vermillion Baseball, Vermillion Tanagers live ticket TV.
Jensen Kennels is your safe place to take your dog while you're away. They have over 7,000 square feet of indoor run space and outdoor play yards. They pride themselves in providing enrichment both mentally and physically for all types of dog. And speaking of size, Jensen Kennels can host any size of dog, from the smallest Boston Terrier to the largest Great Dane. To find out the full services Jensen Kennels offers, check out their website and Facebook pages. Next time you need your dog to stay in a safe, fun environment, make it Jensen's Kennels.
Fentanyl is a powerful synthetic opioid, up to 100 times stronger than morphine. Even a tiny amount can be deadly. It's often mixed with other drugs without your knowledge, increasing your risk of overdose. Protect yourself and your loved ones and avoid unknown substances. Stay informed, stay safe, and remember, one pill can kill. For more information on fentanyl prevention, visit your local health resource or speak to a healthcare professional today. This message was brought to you by the Great Plains Tribal Opioid Response, so that the people may live.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
Hey kids! This month, it's time for Grossenberg's Coloring Contest. Get it off your April calendar, or just stop into any of the Grossenberg 9 locations and pick up a coloring sheet. All you have to do is color it and bring it back to any of Grossenberg Implement's parts departments and be eligible for a $100 gift certificate. This is good for any child from 6 till 12 years old. See any of the Grossenberg locations for more information today.
Welcome back to the Vermillion Booster Club Press Box, proud supporters of all Tanager athletics and the student athlete.
4 2/3 innings for Dalton Bickness. First pitch from Wingen. Alex Wingen now on the bump for Tri-Valley. And Trey Hansen, stolen base for him. Wingen, 1 inning pitched. He faced 9 batters. 1 hit, 5 runs. All of them were earned. 5 walks, 3 strikeouts. In their last matchup against Hanson Bridgewater Emory. It was a 15-14 win for the Bulldogs, a 14-15 loss for the Tri-Valley Mustangs. 0-2, going to be upstairs, ball 1. And Moskowitz, the batter, he's 1 for 2. So Bickness, 4 2/3 innings. Allowed just 3 hits. He is still responsible for the runner on third. Hansen goes, and he's going to have third pretty handily. Got a good jump there on Wingen, so 2 stolen bases for Trey Hansen. He's sitting in pretty good real estate over there at third base.
Let's go, Johnny Moskowitz.
Moskowitz with the deuces wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And Trey Hansen over there on third to get another run across. 2-2, fouled back right into the glove. That'll be out number 3. First strikeout. And that will end the inning. After 5 complete, we are still 1-0 here at Prentice Park, back with the top of 6. After this, you're watching Vermillion Baseball, Vermillion Tanagers live ticket TV.
Do you have a pest problem? Got bats, ants, termites? Family owned and operated, Olson's Pest Technicians have had over 50 years experience taking care of pest problems in places across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa. Utilizing brilliant methods such as Centricon bait stations for termites and Vicane treatment for bed bugs. There's no pest too tough for Olson's Pest Technicians. If you have pest problems, call 800-KILL-BUGS.
Insurance rates are on the rise, and now more than ever, every penny counts. With me, John Brooks at DFS Insurance, we can look over your coverages and find the right insurance carrier to help you keep your costs down. At DFS Insurance, I'm an independent agent, which allows me to offer a variety of different carriers to fit your needs. When you're ready for your free, no obligation quote, give me a call and we'll get you on the path to the best and most affordable insurance you need with Dakota Financial Services.
Welcome to Dakota PC Warehouse, where our staff aren't just friendly, we're certified nerds with a side of tech genius. Prepare to be awed as we unleash a barrage of geeky charm and unbeatable deals on PCs and HD TVs. And our tech gurus, armed with determination and a questionable assortment of snacks, can fix just about anything. We love technology and making it work for you. Dakota PC Warehouse, because being a nerd is our superpower.
When the world feels big, a small note can mean everything. Find mental health support at sdbehavioralhealth.gov.
For healthier crops and stronger yields, count on Nutrien Ag Solutions. By partnering with the leader in plant nutrition, you'll have access to innovative products and unmatched service that deliver impact and efficiency to every acre. Healthier crops, happier growers. Lead the field this season and beyond. Find your local crop consultant at nutrienagsolutions.com.
Welcome back to the Vermillion Booster Club Press Box, proud supporters of all Tanager athletics and the student athlete.
Welcome back, Prentice Park. Vermillion 1, Tri-Valley 0. Top of the 6th inning. We can officially close the book on Denton Bickness on the bump. 4 2/3 innings on 102 pitches. Allowed 3 hits, 1 run, which was not earned. 3 walks, 3 strikeouts for the starter from Tri-Valley. Still on the mound for Vermillion is Jack Moskowitz. That was delivery number 89. That was delivery number 90. We are evened up 1-1. So far, Moskowitz, 1 hit, 4 walks, 8 strikeouts. No runs allowed. That one's in the dirt, ball 2. 2 balls and a strike to Mason Hemme. He is 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts swinging here in the ball game. The 2-1, that one's lined down the right field line, going to be foul off the fence over by the bullpen area.
Seen a couple of Mustangs put good barrels to opposite field on Jack Moskowitz here, but they have not gotten anything to stay within that foul line.
Called strike 3, 9th strikeout of the ball game for Jack Moskowitz is the first out here in the top of the 6th inning. And that will bring to the plate Trayson Richter.
He's been loving that outside corner. I mean, he's been getting calls there too, but he has just been placing it right on the edge. If I'm Tri-Valley, I'm telling my hitters, you got to crowd the plate as soon as you get 2 strikes because there's no question about where Moskowitz is going to go with that 2-strike pitch.
First pitch, delivery number 93 for Moskowitz. Going to miss just downstairs for ball 1. Also going to miss again. Richter's 0 for 1. Grounded out to second in the second and walked in the 4th and got stranded at first. He's now missing a 3-0 count. And Moskowitz, 16 pitches through first 2 innings. Now the 3-0. Inside corner, strike number 1. And Richter squared. Never going to bunt in that situation, but just started to throw Moskowitz off a little bit and got the call on the corner. 3-1, that one's going to miss inside, ball 4. That's the 5th walk by Moskowitz.
Like that's just kind of been the story of these last few innings for Jack. Is he'll look really good at that first batter, but then he'll not be able to continue that into the second, and he'll put a guy on and maybe a couple guys on, but it just seems off. He starts so well in these innings and just fires away at that first batter, but hasn't really been able to maintain that.
First pitch to Bickness, who is now over at first base. Again, your full defensive changes in the last inning. Wingen went to pitch, Bickness went to first, and Tristan Bundy went to short for Tri-Valley. Bickness watches ball 1. Got a car alarm going off on the right side, right field, but that could be halfway across town with this wind. You never know. And now we're going to get a conversation on the mound. This one be Tom Heisinger coming out, as now he's at 100 pitches as it sits right now with his 2-0 count. That's what I've got, yeah. I'll keep on going at the mound, and so all right, you got this batter, and if you can get him out, you got the last one too. So focus on getting this one before you hit that 105.
Yeah, I was just about to mention I couldn't quite remember what that rule was, but yeah, he didn't have these last couple pitches count here. Who knows? Maybe Tom Heisinger's just trying to get that distraction of a car alarm out of here.
Maybe. Never know. 2-0. Buzz the Tower Maverick way up and in, ball 3. Second 3-0 count in a row.
Who knows? It could just be an endurance thing for Moskowitz. Maybe he loses control the more that he's asked to pitch deep into these games, but obviously it's opening game here for Vermillion, so it wouldn't necessarily be a rare occurrence for that to happen. Doesn't quite have that longevity yet.
The 3-1, rounded over to third base and foul. That'll fill up the count 3-2. That was pitch 103. So we can get him on this next one. And stay out there and finish the 6th. (3-2). Richter at first, 1 out, top of 6. Pitch upstairs, ball 4. The 6th walk of the ball game for Christofferson. And now with 2 runners on, Tom Heisinger comes out for another conversation, presumably for a defensive change. So we will step aside and come back with all the defensive changes here in the top of the 6th right after this. You're watching Tanager Baseball, Vermillion Tanagers Live Ticket TV.
What's your big picture?
To keep the farm in the family.
To pay off the loan.
To start my own operation.
To drive Grandpa's combine. Right, Grandpa?
If owning a successful operation is in your big picture, First Bank & Trust has ag experts to help you plan for the future.
To diversify.
To teach her how to drive a combine.
Find out how First Bank & Trust makes managing your farm easier at bankeasy.com.
Life can get pretty busy out there. Daily commutes, carpooling, and then there's that weekend getaway. Cenex is here to keep your vehicle fueled up for those long drives, your pantry stocked for those snack cravings, and the propane grill ready whenever you are. Things can move fast, but with your local Cenex, you can rest assured that everything on your list will get a checkmark. All in a day's work, powered locally at Cenex.
Agriculture is like no other business, which makes Farm Credit Services of America like no other lender. Owned by the farmers and ranchers we serve, Our customers have a voice in how we work, a stake in what we do, and share in our success. Discover a lender that works for you at Farm Credit Services of America.
Welcome back to the Vermillion Booster Club Press Box, proud supporters of all Tanager athletics and the student athlete.
At the plate, number 2, right fielder Aiden Bundy.
Welcome back. Prentice Park. Got the final defensive changes for you here. So now on the mound is number 1, Connor Peterson. He is doing the pitching. He is up 0-2. Nolan Nygren moves from right to short. Peterson from short to pitch. Moskowitz from pitch to first. Carter Hansen from first to third. Christofferson from third to left. And Preister from left to right. Your full defensive changes is an 0-2 count to Aiden Bundy. He fouls that one back in the net. We will do the 0-2 all over again. Swing and a miss for strike number 3. Bundy goes down on a strikeout for the 3rd time this ball game. First strikeout for Peterson. So Moskowitz goes 5 1/3. Allows 1 hit, 6 walks, 9 strikeouts on 104. And still responsible for those runs on the bases as well. First pitch from Peterson down at the feet. Throw down to third as Richter advances to third. He's going to come home. The throw down to home is going to be well offline. So the run will score. Or Trayson Richter. Interesting to see how they award that. And Bickness goes to third. He's going to get a wild pitch or a pass ball and an error in there somewhere. We'll see how they officially scored here on Game Changer. I'll let them do all the decision making, but I know for a fact it is 1-1, and Bickness is over there at third base. 2-0 count, going to miss for ball 3 for Brecken Frederick. So yes, everybody advances on an E2. And now a walk. And Connor Peterson will put runners in the corners.
Number 19, shortstop, Tristan Bundy.
So Bickness on third, Frederick on first. Tristan Bundy at the plate is 1 for 2. Struck out looking and singled. And foul that one back. 0-1. And now Peterson with 2 outs. Runner in the middle. Now they're going to fire it to home. The tag, not in time. He whiffed the tag. So now 2 runs across for Tri-Valley. Looked like the throw was in time, just the tag wasn't quite there. So, Bickness will score. Frederick will go to second. Again, with 2 outs there, just take the runner at second base, and we're out of the inning, but now Tri-Valley with a 2-1 lead.
Yeah, that's tough. I mean, especially when the throw was in time, it just I agreed with the ump. I mean, I thought the tag was off as well. That's a heck of a slide coming across there.
especially in the game changer. Frederick steals second, and Bickness scores on an error, E1. And now a strikeout looking. Will end the inning. So 2 runs for Tri-Valley. No hits. 2 errors by Vermillion, and they strand 1 on base. After 5.5 innings, it is 2-1 in favor of Tri-Valley. Back with the bottom of 6 after this. You're watching Vermillion Baseball.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in South Dakota. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
In times like these, it's good to know there's a place where people know who you are, no matter how long you've been gone. A place where the smells of home cooking are still in the air, where a simple wave warms your heart, and sharing stories is just a way of life. It's good to be home. Agraria Insurance Company, protecting what's important in life. Contact your local Agraria Insurance Company agent.
Best Western Ramkota Hotel in Aberdeen is the place to stay for business or the weekend family getaway. You'll feel right at home with ample parking, spacious guest rooms, and complimentary breakfast. And with a convenient location, you'll have easy access to local attractions and events in the area. While staying at the Best Western Ramkota, guests can enjoy an indoor water play land, an on-site Minerva's restaurant, exercise facility, wedding services, and a business center. For friendly service and a great stay, make your reservation today. Welcome back to the
Prentice Park. First pitch to Haig. It's going to be an FO to Dibvig over there at third base. Came all the way in for out number 1. As that was happening, I was looking there. We can officially close the book on Jack Moskowitz. 5 1/3 inning on 104 pitches. 1 hit, 2 runs to his name, 1 of them earned, 6 walks, 9 strikeouts. Now we got some time. Looks like the umpire took a shot. Something with that finger.
Yeah, that's what I'm
the way
looking
it
at
looks.
as well.
It's been taped up and braced up the whole game, and looks like something just hit it wrong, and he's in some pain. He says, all right, I'm tired of holding up this game. Let's go.
It's funny. He was yelling at him like they called timeouts.
He was like, let's play ball. So, yeah, something must have just got it wrong and maybe put on the mask wrong or whatever. But, yeah, it's definitely he's dealing with like a broken finger there, broken middle finger the way it looks. Splintered up and all taped up and still able to call that first pitch strike. Foul tip back there, 0-2. The 0-2, that one's popped. Shallow right. Richter from second will range over and make the play. Route number 2. That'll bring up Hayden Christofferson.
Left fielder number 4, Hayden Christofferson.
Now at left field. 0 for 2 so far in the ball game. Pops one foul. The 0-1 delivery from Wingen. Waved on a breaking ball. Well ahead of that one for 0-2. I want to thank you all for tuning in, including our viewers from Burbank tuning in. Charlie and Morgan down there at Wimps, at least from what I could tell anyway, asking us if we could put it up into 1080p. No thank you for putting it out there, just can you get it better quality? 1-2 to Christofferson. Wave and a miss for strike number 3, the second strikeout for Wingen nearing the ball game. And the Tanagers go down. 1-2-3. In the bottom of 6, after 6, we are 2-1 in favor of Tri-Valley. Back with the top of 7 after this. You're watching Tanager Baseball. Vermillion Tanagers live ticket TV.
Farming today requires constant adjustment, innovation, and the right seed. And you'll find that with Pioneer Seed at Dakota Seed and Services in Irene and Vermillion. With the most advanced technologies and local experts, Dakota Seed and Service share in your hard work on the farm, adapting to an ever-changing industry. When you need the right seed, protection, and service, make it Dakota Seed and Services in Irene and Vermillion. There's no better organization that gives back to the student athletes than the Booster Club. The Vermillion Booster Club is committed to helping all student athletes grow. Join the Tanager faithful today by becoming a member at GoTanagers.com. While you're there, check out Team Apparel for your favorite sports team. Like them on Facebook to stay up to date on all the latest information and sports games. Join the Vermillion Boosters today and go Tanagers.
Welcome back to the Vermillion Booster Club Press Box, proud supporters of all Tanager athletics and the student athlete.
Welcome back, Prentice Park, top of the 7th inning. Tri-Valley trying to add on some insurance run after they took 2 runs in the top of the 6th. And now the first batter,
Welcome back to the Vermillion
Parker Hemme,
Booster Club Press Box, proud
hit
supporters.
by the pitch. We will advance to first base. He's in some pain over there as well in first.
Pitcher number 3, Alex swinging.
So Hemme's all right over there. At first, brings the plate. Alex Wingen, he is 0 for 1, officially in the book. Watches the first pitch skip in there. It's going to go up the third base line. Wingen struck out swinging in the first, walked in the 4th and 5th. And we got to there. It's got a 1-0 count. And here in the top of the 7th inning, that one's ripped. Left field, going to be a couple hops or base hit for Christofferson. He will get it in, so Hemme will not be able to advance home. But now just the second hit of the ball game for Tri-Valley. 2 runs on 2 hits.
Third baseman number 4, Brody did
2 Vermillion errors. And now with runners in the corners, brings up Brody Dibvig. He is 0 for 2. Grounded back to Moskowitz in the first, walked in the 4th, flew out to right. In the 3rd, throw down to 2nd. No slide there from Wingen. Trying to get a little action, see if he can catch Vermillion's defense sleeping, excuse me. But he was caught stealing between Hemi trying to go home and Wingen. Yes, is what I have, 1-0. But Wingen just thought they were going to cut it off, and Vermillion just didn't. Let the throw go through, and it was a good throw that time by Haig. That's out number 1, a crucial 1 out here in the top of 7.
Yeah, it was a great fake cut there from Trey Hansen over at second. Popped the glove, looked over to third, but I'm not entirely sure if you're the runner. I don't know why you're necessarily concerned with what the throw is. Your job there is to make sure you get to second. I think you just kind of a mental error as he was heading over to second. Maybe peeked a little bit when he shouldn't have.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. You're in the top of 7. Vermillion infield playing on the grass. The 1-2 lined out into center. It's going to be off a hop for Robe. He can't quite get there in time. It will be an RBI single for Brody Dibvig. And the third run comes across for Tri-Valley. Just like that, we'll do the cycle all over again with a runner over there on first and Brody Dibvig.
And you wonder if this would be any different if Moskowitz was able to stay in, but obviously that pitch count and some of that just comes back to, him not being quite able to find the zone. I mean, it's tough to go all 7 innings regardless, but definitely Tri-Valley has woken up here once he got taken out of the game.
First pitch called a strike to Mason Hemi. He is 0 for 3. Struck out swinging in the first, struck out swinging in the fourth, struck out looking in the 6th for Moskowitz' 9th strikeout. Again, 5 1/3 inning for Moskowitz on 104 pitches. 9 Ks, 6 walks, a hit, 2 runs, and 1 was earned. It was fouled back. Took the mask off Haig. He's going to walk it out there and take a little time. Now Haig will walk back. How's the umpire? Yep, I'm good. Let's roll. Oh, 2 from Peterson. Runner goes. Ball's in the dirt. Haig can't transfer it cleanly. Or stolen base by Tri-Valley. They've been pretty aggressive on the base paths.
Yeah, they have. I mean, they're seeking opportunities right now. I think that part of it is they just have a ton of confidence out there. But especially in such a low-scoring game, I mean, at some point you do have to be aggressive.
Round 1 over to the right side of the infield, 4-1, and the putout is in time to retire Hemi. 4 out number 2 here in the inning.
Yeah, that's a great fielder. Just what's the abbreviation for that?
What?
Pitcher fielder work. You don't know what I'm talking about?
Communication?
Oh, whatever. No, there's a...
Talking to each other?
No, I'll remember it. Practice.
Yeah, practice?
Yeah.
I don't know what word you're looking for here.
I'll get to it at some point, but it was a great play. I mean, that's a tough play to make, and a great job by Peterson covering and Hansen to hit him on the run. Oh, nice play there, too.
Richter lines one right back to Peterson, and the 1-3 put out for whatever Spencer Buley's trying to think of for out number 3. For Tri-Valley, they do score a run on 2 hits. There was no Vermillion errors, and they leave 1 on base. After 6.5, it's 3-1 in favor of Tri-Valley. Back with the bottom of the 7th after this. You're watching Vermillion Baseball. Vermillion Tanagers Live Ticket TV.
When life gets hard and our thoughts get too much to bear, finding the resiliency within us can help us find healing. The 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline provides 24/7 free support for anyone in suicidal distress or emotional crisis. All texts and calls are anonymous and connect you to local resources that uphold cultural values and pave the way to healing. Find the strength within you. Find the strength within our culture. Reach out if you need help today.
When it comes to advertising, reaching the right market while giving back to the school is just plain right. If you're looking for an effective method that reaches a large fan base at once, then here's your ticket with Live Ticket TV. With over 90 schools in the state of South Dakota, we can help you advertise locally with just your home team or reach the region. Plus, a portion of all sales go directly back to the school. Get a hold of Heath Nimke today and let's get started in building your brand with Live Ticket TV.
Out here, you learn that to keep growing, you have to keep changing. CHS and the farmers and ranchers we serve know all about change, because together we've changed agriculture. That's why we're the largest farmer-owned cooperative in the country. So farmers own the system they count on, with advantages at every step. From innovative tools that help crops grow, to grain processing expertise, to energy solutions, we create connections to empower agriculture. Learn more at chsinc.com.
Nice.
Maytag appreciates a compliment, but this Maytag washer isn't just eye candy.
Wow.
Inside, it's got the capacity and power to handle even the mightiest loads.
I love this.
Yeah, she's a beaut.
It's a he.
How do you know?
Don't worry about it.
Find Maytag products and the industry's best appliances at your local dealer, Merce Appliance, downtown Vermillion.
Welcome back to the Vermillion.
Welcome back, Prentice Park, Vermillion Booster Club Press Box. Thanks for supporting everything Vermillion Tanagers Live. I'm Cole Larsch alongside me, Spencer Buley. It's a varsity game. We're in the bottom of the 7th inning. Carson Preister is up for Vermillion. He watches called strike number 2. He's 0 for 2 on the night. Again, Spencer just first of many games. You can see him going across the bottom. We'll be right back here at Prentice Park Sunday. 2 games, 1 Vermillion game, and then Dakota Valley and Wagner right before it. As Preister loops went out to center. Frederick maybe took a step to his right. That was it for out number 1. Just another common occurrence we've seen this game with Vermillion is they're putting a lot of things in play. It's just going right to the fielders. I mean, Frederick moved maybe a step.
Yeah, I mean, they've part of it is they have put the ball high in the air, and they've given outfielders chances to make plays, but they've put decent barrels on them all night, and I think a lot of this is just going to come back to, how many runners that Vermillion left on base, and it wasn't necessarily that it was, bad situational hitting, but just like you're saying, Cole, kind of a lot of well-struck balls that just went right to the defense of this Tri-Valley team.
First pitch called, strike. Nolan Nygren watches that one, ball 1. 0 for 3, 3 strikeouts for Nygren. Again, now it's shortstop. One fouled. Hot shot back to the Cars towards the right side. Again, Spencer, that's why you don't park there.
Don't plan on it.
If there's anything you take away from this game, just park as far south as you can. The 1-2 delivery from Wingen, well upstairs, ball 2, That'll even up the count. Again, Wingen had an inning of work. Gave up 5 runs, all of them earned. So far, nothing given up to Vermillion. The 2-2 breaking ball. Good job holding back. That time was Nygren. I'll make it 3-2. Hemi ran back there like it was ball 4, but it was just ball 3, but still good awareness. Get back there on that loose ball anyway. Full count, 1 out. Wingen delivers. Inside part of the plate, strike number 3 called. Nygren goes down, 4th strikeout of the ball game for him, 3rd for Wingen. And now 2 outs. That'll bring up Robe, who is 3 for 3.
Yeah, Robe has been targeting the left field all day. He's barreled up everything he's seen, except for the one he left a little shallow, but Texas Leaguer got him on base.
Walsh's first pitch for a ball one again. Robe doubled in the first, doubled in the third, advanced to third on a pass ball, scored on an error, and then singled in the fifth and was out on the fielder's choice for the second out of the inning. That one, liner out into right, diving for it was Richter. He just could not quite get there. Another base hit for Robe, this time into right field. There's been 5 hits by Vermillion in this game, 4 of them from Robe. He's 4 for 4, and he's on first. Just 1 out to go for Vermillion here in the bottom of 7.
Yeah, he's been all over it, and who knows, he may be the guy this year. As he has established himself very well here in this opener.
First pitch, Connor Peterson. Called a strike. He's 0 for 2. Walked in the first, flew out to center, and flew out to Richter back there at second in shallow right field. The 0-1. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Vermillion now down to their final strike. Wingen gets the sign, checks Robe a couple times, sets and fires. That one's fouled back over the Tri-Valley dugout. Out of play.
Bring those foul balls back to the dugout.
We'll do the 0-2 over again. The 0-2, fouled once again.
Hey, level.
Peterson doing a good job trying to stay alive.
And he's fouling him off. He's right on it. Kind of sent that one straight back. Just trying to find any way to get the next guy up.
The 0-2, that one's fouled down the right field, not even right field, the first base line. Our umpire's out of baseballs. Now we got a couple, and we will redo the 0-2 again.
We'll barrel it up.
Wingen sets. Pitch number 30 on the way. Downstairs, ball 1. Good job stopping it there by Hemme. Immediately looked back, Robe there at first.
Man, Wingen's been going right at him. I mean, that's nothing indicating that he's going to target a high one, an outside one, an inside one to get Peterson to chase. It's just straight at him.
1-2, also down and away, ball 2. Deuces wild on the scoreboard in left center. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bottom of 7. Two, grounded up the middle. Mundy comes on, flips it over to second base. Fielder's choice, 6-4 for out number 3 in the ball game. Vermillion, no runs on a hit. No errors, and they will strand 1 on base. Your final score, Tri-Valley 3, Vermillion 1. Tri-Valley will move to 1-1 on their young season. Vermillion will drop the season opener and fall to 0-1. We're going to step aside for a minute. When we come back, full post-game report. Myself and Spencer Buley's thoughts as well. Back in a minute here on Vermillion Tanagers Live.
Birds like tanagers are great at flying out of the way to miss your car, deer, and other drivers are not. If you're in any kind of accident, bring your vehicle to Blaine's Body Shop in Vermillion. We repair your vehicle to pre-accident condition and handle the entire process from start to finish, including an accurate estimate and dealing with the insurance adjuster. So good luck to the tanagers, and if you're in an accident, bring your vehicle to
Blaine's Body Shop. Blaine's Body Shop. Automotive collision repair.
Hey kids, it's never too early to start planning for your future. Did you know Masaba provides scholarships and tuition assistance? They are committed to your success, offering engineering, drafting, and welding opportunities, plus scholarships, job shadowing, and mentorship programs. Learn more at masabainc.com/careers. When I grow up, I want to work at Masaba.
Masaba Manufacturing. Unlock your future and rock with us.
Midwest Ready Mix and Equipment is your locally owned and operated ready mix company. Their specialty, 6x6 front discharge mixer trucks that allows for better placement of concrete and ease of use. Midwest Ready Mix and Equipment offers the highest quality of concrete products and aggregate, and also a full-service dealer for low-gun equipment featuring telehandlers, excavators, and ASV track skid loaders for purchase or rent. Midwest Ready Mix and Equipment, East Highway 50, Vermillion.
Welcome back to the Vermillion Booster Club Press Box, proud supporters of all Tanager athletics and the student athlete.
Welcome back, Prentice Park. Final score, Tri-Valley 3, Vermillion 1. In the season opener for Vermillion, they will drop it again 3-1. Your final numbers, first for Vermillion, they were led, the starting pitcher, Jack Moskowitz, 5 1/3 inning. He only allowed 1 hit, 2 runs late in that 6th inning. 1 of them was earned. 9 strikeouts and 6 walks on 104 pitches. He will take the loss again unofficially. We don't officially have winning pitchers and losing pitchers here, but between Spencer and I, we kind of put our brains together and what little baseball pitcher stat knowledge we have. We're putting it together. Connor Peterson came in relief, 1 2/3 innings. He allowed 2 hits, 1 run, which was earned, a walk, and 2 strikeouts on 24 pitches. Offensively for Vermillion, they were led by Michael Robe. 4 for 4 in the ball game, 2 doubles and 2 singles. He scored once and was stranded 3 times. Offensively as well for Vermillion, they score a run, 5 total hits in the ball game, aided by 1 Tri-Valley error, which brought across their only run in the 3rd. 8 runners stranded on base for the Vermillion offense. For Tri-Valley, their starter, Denton Bickness, 4 2/3 innings pitched, 3 hits allowed, 1 run, which was not earned, 3 walks, and 3 strikeouts on 102 pitches. And your unofficial winning pitcher, Alex Wingen, coming in 2 1/3 innings in relief, 1 hit, no runs, no walks, 3 strikeouts on 32 pitches through 2 1/3 innings. Offensively for Tri-Valley, it was pretty balanced all the way across the board. A lot of it was just walks in that 6th inning. Hemme went down looking. Richter walked and scored on an error. Bickness also scored on a walk, and Brecken Frederick also walked in that inning, so it wasn't really that much hitting. I mean, you look at their offensive stats, 3 runs, 3 hits, 2 Vermillion errors, and 7 left on base. I mean, it wasn't really their offense that got it done. It was just timely walks, you could say, for Tri-Valley, and it boosts them past Vermillion. Tri-Valley moves to 1-1.
Yeah, and in some respects, I mean, drawing walks it's a matter of good hitting. I mean, good batting overall. I mean, those guys. I mean, one of my favorite stats in baseball is it's not always the batting average. I love the on base percentage because I think that tells you, that there's definitely situational hitting, and you want to be able to drive in runs when you're called upon and get base hits and be active. But at the same time, if you can get on base and steal bases like Tri-Valley did, you don't need a double. All you need is a walk and a good timing on your steal, and you've got yourself your double made that way. So to me, it's not always about, what does the batting average say, what do the hits say. It's at the end of the day, Tri-Valley got it done, and they got it done by, we're not putting great contact on Jack Moskowitz. So what we're going to do is we're just going to work these counts, get deep into them, draw walks and steal bases. And it's perfect execution, really. And it's a way a small ball on its own. But, I mean, yeah, credit Tri-Valley's offense. It wasn't necessarily the bats that got it done, which isn't always what you normally hear in the game of baseball. But they found a way, so credit to them.
And again, for Vermillion, the biggest story for them was 8 stranded, specifically 3 in that first inning. It was 3 in the first, 1 in the second, third, fourth, fifth, and seventh innings. They all stranded a runner. So, I mean, they definitely had their opportunities. Plenty of chances as well with runners in prime position on third base, just couldn't quite capitalize.
Yeah, there were some things that they could have done better in situational hitting, but at the same time, I mean, as we talked about throughout this broadcast, it wasn't necessarily a poor day at the plate for the Tanagers as far as just making contact and, you know, putting balls in play that have chances to be base hits, but they didn't come at the right time, and that unfortunately led to, them stranding, 8 base. That's a lot of base runners to strand, and especially when you strand, bases loaded there early in the first, it just kind of leaves a bad taste in your mouth, and they couldn't quite get it out.
And your final score from Prentice Park, 3-1 in favor of Tri-Valley. Tri-Valley moves to 1-1. Vermillion falls to 0-1 on their season. That's going to do it for us here tonight, but we will be right back here on Sunday as Vermillion will take on the Wagner Red Raiders following the Vermillion-Dakota Valley game. That Wagner Dakota Valley game, scheduled for about 2 o'clock. That Vermillion and Wagner game start anywhere between 4 and 5, more likely closer to that 5 o'clock start time as well. Myself and Spencer Buley will be once again on the call. Again from Prentice Park, your final score 3-1. Until Sunday, have yourselves a wonderful rest of your night and the rest of the end of your week. We'll be right back here, Prentice Park, on Sunday, 5 o'clock pitch, as Vermillion tries to rebound after their 3-1 loss.